Hi and welcome to the Pure Energy Healing Academy. My name is Bajerski and welcome to the YouTube channel. Today's topic is let go. And why? I was 12 years old when I had to watch my mother move into the light of a disease called cancer. The disease manifested in the stomach, and watching my mum's stomach blow up and watching her leave this world was something that was probably the most profound moment of my life, and I was only 12, and yet I still understood certain aspects of the passing and the pain and the suffering. Even at 12 I had this feeling that there was a reason why, and long did I leave that reason within the energy of my life, and a point came when I started walking what's called a spiritual path. And what that means is I became aware of the bigger questions, the bigger picture, and asking questions which we're not really meant to ask. And now I'm sat here and I'm sharing this message with you today. And what that message is this: everything that you allow into your life has an effect. So if you allow happy, bubbly, lovely people into your life who love you for who you are, you're going to sit very well in energy, which is peace, happiness, laughter, joy. And all these energies are what's called a vibration. And that vibration is so strong that not only does it help heal you, but it makes you stronger from day to day. Now, that's ultimately that what we need to walk. That's the path that we need to walk. That's it. That's the answer. It's quite simple. But when we live in a world of confusion, when we live in a world that delivers fear to us every day via mainstream media, it affects everybody. It affects every person you bump into normally. So what you need to do is try and find people who it doesn't affect. These are the people who reject the system, who say, I don't need laws to tell me how to behave. I don't need to watch the TV and to get my entertainment. These are the people who have found their true path. They're the ones who are far higher than the energy of low vibration, of fear, and the need to know. We don't need to know anything because everything flows in as it should do. So where am I going with this? The second energy that constantly affects so many people is the energy of fear. And like I said, fear is attached to many people. Fear is an energy which is a low vibration, which can be attached to, just say, a man. Let's take my father, who went through a very terrible childhood, who grew up and went into the war, which was absolutely shocking, and then built a life in the UK with a beautiful woman called Marissa. But all those fears and all those pains and all that suffering that he went through was still attached to him. And that weakness, those weaknesses, them pains, them sufferings are always in our aura or in his aura. And he never really tried to figure out how or why, or there was no counselling or any help for him, so he just lived with this pain and suffering, this anger. Well, there's a reason why I tell people to work on themselves, because when you do, you don't cause pain and suffering to your children and to other people. But my dad had this abusive side to him, which was anger because of everything he'd been through. And my mother had to live with that, and so did we. But my mother had to be the bridge between him not being abusive to his children. And she fought very hard for that. And thus my mother ended up with cancer in the stomach. You see, I have a strong belief now, and the reason why is because I've worked 11 years with many people who I have seen suffer from the first moment till the very last moment of them moving into the light. And normally there is a very sinister pattern to this, which is the dark energy that surrounds us, which tries to attach to people, and then it eats away us. So this dark energy is everywhere, and I believe that part of our journey is to rise above and to be stronger than that. That's why I pump out information every day to make you feel good, because the darkness is absolutely petrified of happiness. It's absolutely petrified when you're on good form, because when you're on good form and you feel great and you feel happy, it can't manipulate you. It can't enter into your life. So it fears that. So, you know, this is why I do it every day. This is why I want you to become strong and happy. It isn't just because to make you feel happy. It's to protect you and to make you feel not just happy, but make you feel good inside. And when you feel good inside, your body heals. And that means that you won't suffer with illness. What I'm trying to say is that every single thing you go through in life, if there is a negative attachment to that, and if there's fear, and if there's worry, if it's to do with a partner that's hurting you, if it's to do with a brother and sister who always belittles you, if it's to do with a mother and father who doesn't love you like you want, if it's to do with somebody who's always jealous and angry, if it's to do with love that you once had and it's gone, if it's to do with the love of a partner who's left this world into the spirit world, all of these pains and sufferings eat away at certain parts in our body. It does. I've seen it. It does. So the question is, if I can see this and I know that you're suffering in whether it's in your head or whether it's in your heart or whether it's in your stomach, I work so hard to say recognize that and fix the issue, work on the problem, work on the issues, and let them go. If I said to you, in 6 months, if you continue feeling what you're feeling in pain and suffering, that you're going to be lying on a hospital bed, and they say to you, "I'm sorry, but you know you're in a very bad situation." If I was to tell you that and you believe that, and I said to you, now you know that, what are you going to do at this very moment to change your life, knowing that if you don't change it and let go of this suffering, that maybe in 6 months or a year or 2 years, you're going to be lying in a hospital bed saying to yourself, why did I let that affect my life, that I am now in here and I cannot change because this has now eaten away so much, it's caused this effect or this issue or that issue. Do you understand? What I want for you is to understand that the utmost important and simple message today is, if you are in pain in any way or suffering, please let it go. You are more important than holding on to anything else of other people's weaknesses. They are not yours. You are a beautiful soul. You are feeling the pain because you are sensitive. But it doesn't mean that you have to hold on to that sensitive energy of other people. Yes, you've got a sensitive heart. Yes, I feel it. Let it go now. Let it go. Let it go and get on with your life. Get on with your beautiful life so you can allow yourself to heal, to feel better, and to live a most amazing life, which is just tomorrow away. Everything will come into your life from that moment on. I promise you. Let whatever is holding you back or hurting you, let it go now. Make that commitment now. Let it go. And I swear, when you let that go and you make that conscious decision in your head and your mind and your heart, I am not allowing this to hurt me anymore, everything changes. Just, it's done. And then you move on with your life and you focus on what's important, which is you and your happiness. Why do you think I say it every day? Your happiness is the most important energy that lifts you up and brings miracles into your life. So today, it is important to let go of all the worry and fear around you, because it can, at times, eat away and cause physical damage. And that's not what I want from you. So, is your life more important than silly little thoughts and feelings that eat away? You may look at me and say, Mark, they're not silly. No, they're not. But when you look back in 5 years and you're with somebody that you love, or you've got over what it is, you will then say, oh yeah, it was a silly thing, but at the time it hurts, and I know that, I understand that. But I swear to you, if you can let this go, you will look back and say, it was just a hiccup of a moment that I needed to experience. So from my heart to yours, today, let's make this video a let it go. I love you all, and thank you for subscribing to markbajerski.com. And I know you can do it, because the reason why I know you can conquer this is because you're listening to this now. And that means you are just about to, or else you wouldn't have been brought here. Have a great day. Love you all. From the Pure Energy Healing Academy, I hope to see you one day soon. Take care.